some of the works that I have done in the community, in the earlier part of the years, I helped with the development of the Dunbar Learning Complex, which has an elementary school, Atlanta Public School on top, and an early learning center at the bottom. It is a continuing education where the kids, when they leave early learning in pre-K, they go up to K through 12, K through 5th grade. I helped develop that project back in 2000 maybe. I helped work on developing that. I played a big part in that with the parents, with designing that building, thinking of the people that I helped in the Pittsburgh community during the relocation time. I also help with work with now the PPOP housing unit, the Preservation for Pittsburgh organization. And what we do is we go through and we buy up the foreclosed houses in the Pittsburgh community. Just to note that Pittsburgh has the highest foreclosure in the state of Georgia in our community. So what we do as a group, we go through and we, with federal funding and city funding, we buy the foreclosed houses and we go in and rehab them, and we make them affordable to the residents that live below the federal poverty income level. And they have it's a lease purchase program with the option to buy within 2 years. That's a great program. We have a lot of parents and a lot of residents who want to be homeowners, and this is the role for them to be homeowners. I also host parenting classes and parent education workshops in the community. I do community cleanups. I host back to school fairs for the families so we can get school supplies for the kids that they need to start out. I also work with now the system of care. The system of care is funded by the state of Georgia. It is a health service that's provided to the parents who have to the families that have kids in the early learning center, and it's helped the parent navigate the services that they need in reference to their health, meaning if they need WIC, if their kids have been identified with behavioral problem or developmental problem, we help find screenings for them, the places for them to go, referral places for them. We also make sure they get their shots, we make sure they have a primary physician, we make sure they know when to go to the emergency room and when not to go to the emergency room. The other piece of work that I do is around quality goods and services in our communities. It's called the Consumer Advocacy Group. And what we did as a group of residents, we identified the area that had the most concerns by our residents, which was early education and K through 12th grade education, where making sure that our kids have a quality education system in the schools that we have in our community. So we follow the Georgia state standards, and we go through and we create surveys to figure out, are our children getting the education that they need in the community. And the second one we do is around quality goods and services, is nutritional goods and services, where we live in a food desert. We don't have a grocery store. We have to travel so far to go to the grocery store. So we are going through now and rate the grocery stores to see if they're giving us quality services. And if not, we go back and we meet with the grocery store owners and we ask them what can we do to help them give us better services, because we travel so far to them. We deserve to get better services, better fruits and vegetables and healthy goods and services. Because in our community we have what you call the mom and pop stores, where they buy day-old bread and they sell it to us, and they don't have healthy food. So we want our kids to be healthy and ready to learn. And I just currently start working with the Pittsburgh Community Improvement Association around the Safe Routes to School program. This program is funded by the Atlanta Police Department, and what this does is it gives the parents an opportunity to develop a walking route for the kids to go to and from school in our communities. And we are in the planning stages of that. So we, the parents, are designing the school routes. And we, the parents, are going to stand at the corners and be the patrols for our kids to get back and forth to school to make sure that they are safe and unharmed.